I first heard about Becker Logistics from a bunch of my friends. Really, I had a lot of buddies that work here, and I just kept hearing Becker, Becker, Becker back and forth. So that's what kind of got Becker in my ear. And then I got invited to go to the dinner on Supply Chain Management Day. And that's what really gave me the most background I had on Becker Logistics.
I first heard of Becker Logistics at my school's career fair. I had a friend I went to school with who was there recruiting, and I just talked to him and it seemed like I'd be a good fit here.
I first heard about Becker Logistics through a job fair at my school. I talked to Jim Becker as well as some other associates like Nico and them.
I first heard about Becker Logistics on my way to class when I was walking to the cafeteria. I saw them set up outside, and I went over there and I introduced myself to them.
I decided to go here because I thought the environment was very personable. I also talked to Nico as well, that's interned here before and now is currently working here. And I definitely see the company growing, and I definitely want to grow with it and get that experience.
So the reason I decided to intern with Becker Logistics was to understand the day-to-day operations that brokers go through. I wanted to understand how these things worked, how these things operated, and just kind of what they have to go through on an everyday basis.
I decided to intern at Becker because of all the great things I was hearing from my friends that already worked here, and all the reviews that I found online seemed like a really great company to work for. And on top of that, it just seemed like a company that was growing so rapidly in the recent years.
I was hoping to gain out of this internship a better understanding of 3PLs and some experience with cold calling and making sales.
Things that I hope to gain from this internship was networking in the industry, learning different concepts, and learning how Becker Logistics does their business.
Build a lot of knowledge in transportation. Since this is a broker, I think transportation is super important in supply chain, especially building relationships and stuff like that to make sure things are on time and planning is okay.
So what I did gain from Becker Logistics was everything that I kind of hoped to gain, which was I was able to help book loads, I was able to help track and trace from beginning to end, negotiate rates. I was able to do everything that brokers do on an everyday basis, which would help my knowledge for my career and for school.
From interning at Becker Logistics, I definitely gained a lot of valuable tools. I learned how to do a bunch of stuff within the accounting system and the software they use here at Becker Logistics that I had no clue even existed before starting here.
I learned how to book loads, track and trace freight, and just get on the phone with customers and just kind of get a better understanding of how the industry works.
My favorite moment throughout this internship was definitely setting up the discovery calls and sitting in on those conference calls and kind of pulling in that customer and seeing how that process went.
I'd have to say that my favorite moment from this internship was when I booked my first load of freight. It was a really good feeling, and it just felt like I was actually putting in work for the company.
My favorite moment here at Becker Logistics definitely had to be probably the first night here with the internship when we went out to Portello's and the escape room and just bonding with the management and the new interns, and it was a really great experience just meeting everybody and all the nice people that work here.
And the advice I would give future interns that would be coming to Becker Logistics would be just to ask questions. Don't feel afraid to do that. It's all here. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's here to help you. And just being able to ask those questions will be able to make you more of an asset.
Ask as many questions as possible and just gain as much knowledge as you can. Try to do your best every day.
Keep an open mind. It's a very good experience. I really enjoyed it so far, and I plan to learn a lot more throughout the whole entire internship of the winter session. So overall, it's been a very good experience, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot more.